All right, we are live. Yes, thank you everybody who's watching this show. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody who's being a part of this. It really, really means a lot to me. Basically, those of you who don't know who I am, this is the first time we do this show. The first time we do this 7 questions. My name is Rick Benavides, and I am the owner of Big Realty. We've been open for business for about 6 years now. Thank God, it's been an amazing journey. And I've been in the real estate business, active licensed realtor since 2007, and just happy to be here. Happy to be a part of this industry, and I'm excited about the future for this because we already have a couple of people lined up to be a part of this 7 questions with Big Realty. Right now, we currently have 32 agents in our company, active, hardworking, good people, great people, amazing hard workers who really care about their clients. And we have 5 new agents coming in the near future. We've already interviewed them, talked to them, and it looks like we're good to go. We're growing. We have a lot of great tools, great things, but that's for another time, another show. The whole purpose, guys, of this channel or a whole purpose of this process, this event is to bring value to the community so that people can get to know. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, educate, do all the great things that we need to do. If you have questions, feel free to ask these questions. Feel free to be a part of the show. If you see this after it's already been live, keep putting information in there. We'll keep responding to whatever it is that you have. Any questions that are for our special guest, we'll send it out to him and vice versa. But at the end of the day, guys, just know that we're here to take care of all your needs, real estate, anything that has to do with, buying, selling, investing, developing. We can definitely help you out with all that good stuff. Now, due to the whole coronavirus thing, we've looked at different platforms, and that's how all this was born. And so I'm just happy to be live and talking and communicating with our community, our public, our people, and I'm just excited about that. So stay safe, follow the rules, stay home. If you don't have to go outside, don't go outside. And thank you for the opportunity to for watching this. It's really, really amazing. It's just happy. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit on the little bell, follow us, like our pages, all that good stuff. You guys know what you need to do or what you have to do so that you can keep watching all this great stuff. All right, guys. So I'm going to introduce our guest speaker. He is one of the top leading industry mortgage lenders down here in the Valley. And that's why, one of the basic questions, one of the most important questions right now is, what's up with the lending world? Are people still buying, people not selling? And so we're going to ask our special guest 7 questions and, get to know him a little bit more and, just ask and try and get as much value as we can from him. William Esquivel is our special guest. He's a top producer in our area. He's the leader in South Texas for his company. And he also works with us very, very well. He's our preferred lender. And, he brings a lot of value to a lot of our clients. Great rates, great programs, all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get Mr. William into this channel. And there he is. Hello.
How you doing, guys?
What's up, big dog? How you doing, man?
Hanging in there, just trying to stay afloat, trying to stay safe,
Yes.
keeping my family from me being sane, and but we're doing well.
How are you handling this whole coronavirus thing, man?
I will tell you one thing. In the beginning when it first started, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. Having to stay home a couple of times, no big, and keep on working. No, honestly, it takes a toll on you mentally. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, us people in our industry, we're so gung-ho, go get them, OCD, ADHD type of people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so when you put us in one room in your home office, it's going to take a toll on you.
Yeah, it's been a little tough to adjusting to it, but you got to pivot and do what you got to do, right? One of the hardest things for me in the beginning was just kind of not going anywhere, and I started feeling a little weird and getting a little low, and I was like, you know what? I got to snap out of this, baby. I got to snap. I got to go. Thank you to all the people who are sorry, man. Thank you to all the people who are going on Facebook and liking this, man. Thank you. Ask questions, whatever you guys need. We're going to be looking at this. I'm sorry. Well, you were going to say something?
No, and I guess you're gonna. I guess what I honestly believe, and I had spoken to a couple of people in the at the end of last year, probably about third quarter,
Mhm.
that something was going to happen in 2020
Yeah,
in regards to the markets. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And some people believe me, some people didn't. It is what it is. But everything that I basically have stated has happened. The only thing that surprised everybody, not only here locally but nationally, how fast it happened. You know, how fast it happened. And I think that is what created the perfect storm in regards to financials, health, everything. You know what I mean? And so, but that's where we're at today. I mean, it's not that we're not going to survive. We're going to survive it. And pues, échale ganas, ¿no?
Absolutely, man. That's what it is.
Échale ganas.
So, let's go ahead and get started to our series or part of the show where we ask 7 questions to our special guest. And
That was my lucky number, baby.
before we do that, if you want to introduce yourself to our viewers, tell us a little bit about yourself, your little history, real quick, so that we can jump into the questions.
Perfect, no problem. First of all, I want to thank Rick Benavides, Big Realty. I call him Cachetes. But anyways, thank you for taking us into consideration in regards to your first event here. Number one, my name is William Esquivel. I've been doing mortgage lending for over 21 years. Been with Gold Financial Services for 10 years. Born and raised in McAllen. Went to school at San Antonio, UTSA, Go Runners, baby. Got my master's and my bachelor's from San Antonio, and came back home and love being part of the community, basically.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. And we've been friends for a while now. We've been working together for a while now, and I just have to say, man, you're one hell of a dude. Pretty cool guy, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bud. Really do.
And so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the 7 questions.
Sure.
7 questions, great questions that I think are important to all our viewers and people who are interested in maybe buying something in the near future or
Awesome.
thinking about doing all that stuff. So, guys, the first question is that I have for you, Mr. Will, is: are people still getting approved for mortgages?
Absolutely, they are. There's still a lot of stereotypes because of what the media has out there. I think one thing that scared a lot of the consumers was one of the biggest banks in the United States, Chase Bank, basically stating, "Hey, we're not lending any money unless it's 20% down and 700 credit scores." And
Yeah.
that is correct in regards to Chase. In regards to the local community, can you still get into a house at 3.5% down? Yes. Can you still get into a house at a 580 mid score? Yes. Now, there is a lot of stereotype and a lot of talk out there as well, where some lenders are saying that it's the government not letting us, go down to lower mid scores in
I've been
regards to
hearing
a
about
580
that.
and 3.5% down.
Yeah, I've
Huh?
been hearing about that. I've been hearing a lot about it.
Okay. And that is incorrect. It is all based on the company that everybody works for. Company A might be able to offer something that company B doesn't do. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it is determined on how that mortgage company or that bank is set up,
Yeah.
where how strong are they in regards to the back end and how they deliver their loans on the more deliver their loans to the to the government. And that's the biggest difference here. Some people have the capability, some people don't. Unfortunately, the majority do not.
Yep.
For whatever reason, for whatever reason, maybe it's not their business. It's not the way they do business. It's not, or everything to that extent. It is what it is. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying different stroke for different folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But at Go Financial, we're still doing 3.5% down. We're still going down to a 580 mid score. We're at all FHA loans. So I mean, let me put it this way: we've weathered three economic storms in the past. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah. We have a great viewer, Mr. Robert Bettis, watching the show, and we still doing 580s, baby.
Little Rob.
Yeah, big old shout out to Mr. Jonathan. How's everything going, man? All right, so second question. So basically, and to summarize what you said, you guys are still doing loans. Nothing's really changed on your side.
No, sir, hasn't changed at all.
Okay, cool stuff. Question number 2. What changes have you seen in the mortgage world?
That's a good one because I've seen a lot of changes. I didn't think I was going to see these changes this fast. For some of us that are considered the old folks in the business, reminds me of what happened in 2007, 2008. And I'm pretty sure those that have been in the business for a long time knew what happened.
Yes.
If you recall what happened in the past, it was worse because you would actually get cleared closes and the money never showed up at the closing table.
Oh, I remember those days.
Okay. Thank God that that's not happening now. It's not. Okay. So basically, unfortunately, are some companies increasing their guidelines? Yes, they are. You know what I mean? Are they like you said, are they increasing their credit scores? Yes, they are. Are they laying off people due to this? Yes, they are. Unfortunately, I mean, it is what it is.
You know, I saw the other day a meme where this guy was pulling out his hairs. He's like 135th change in the guidelines, and I was like, yeah. That's crazy, man.
And again, it goes back to the way the company is set up. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you, hey, it's business as usual for Go Financial services. It's not. You're going to see processing times a lot slower. You're going to see, and the reason why is what? Because everybody, not only Go Financial Services, but every other mortgage company, every other bank, you know what I mean? I feel for you all because guess what? We have to basically depend on other third parties. Basically, getting the verification of employments over to us, getting the appraisers over to us, getting the surveys over to us, and at the end of the ballgame, everybody is in the same thing right here. Everybody's in four walls at their house trying to work.
And that's the hard part. I know that recently a lot of the appraisal's been delayed. Just a lot of little work that we used to take for granted is getting delayed, and unfortunately, that's what it is. But it's. I'm glad that you guys are still operating at optimum capacity. Right, things are still getting done, deals are still getting closed, people are still getting approved, and it's a blessing because as realtors, as real estate agents, we depend on our lender parties to deliver. Because if you don't close the deal, we can do everything in the world to make the deal happen, but if there's no money, there's nothing we can do. Right.
And like I said before, I'm not here today to bash anybody else and my colleagues or my competitors. I'm not. I feel for everybody right now because everybody's in the same in the same boat.
We're all in the same
boat. Everybody's in the same boat. The only thing that we need to be as a community, as one, is be transparent. Don't lie to other people. Don't say, hey, it's the government changing. It's not. Just be upfront. Say, hey, this is what's going on, and that's
Speak the truth. Speak the truth.
Speak the truth, and that's it. And unfortunately or fortunately, some people appreciate it and some people don't. That's why a lot of people either they love me or they hate me. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. That's right, my
friend. It is what it is.
All right. You ready for another question?
Sure. Why
not? All right. Whenever a person calls you and says, hey, I'm thinking about buying, what's the process? Guide me, through the whole process. I pick up the phone. I say, okay, I'm thinking about buying. And I either come to you through one of your, advertisements or somebody refers you to you. How do you start the process and how does it work to get to the point where they're getting their actual keys to the home, right?
Well, first of all, I don't blow them out of the water with different jargon and mortgage words and everything else. Yeah. Basically, I go straight to the point. Mr. Benavides, how are you doing? I know X person referred you over to me. What are you looking at? Well, I'm trying to buy a house. Okay, what's your budget? I want to spend no more than $1,500 a month. Okay, perfect. You have 3 minutes for me? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to get your information on the phone. I'm going to need your name, social, date of birth, where you live at, where you work, and how much you make. That's it.
Yeah.
Get to the point. Get them to understand the whole concept. You know what? After I get your information, we're going to turn around in 15 minutes. I'll let you know whether you do qualify or not. Number one. Number two, you need a 580 mid score in order to get financing. So if you are at a 580 mid score, I'm going to ask you to basically verify what you told me. No big deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you're not at a 580, I'm going to tell you what you need to do to get to a 580.
Right.
So that's usually those calls, when we get the calls coming in for the borrowers, for the prospects, it usually takes no more than 5 minutes over the phone in order to get them started.
Okay, so basically they call you, you ask for basic information, date of birth, personal information. You ask for employment, all the history, right? So that you can put like a picture together and run the credit, right?
Correct.
You run their credit, they get approved or they don't get approved. If they don't get approved, what do you do?
That is correct. So basically, if they get approved, number one, we'll send over a pre-qual letter to the realtor and to the bars. Number two, we'll go ahead and tell them, hey, this is the items that we need. And we put, and that's number two. And then number three, basically we follow up with them the next day and say, hey, you get my emails, everything else, any other questions you have. Now, if they don't get approved and say, you know what, you have a lower credit score, these are the reasons why. The difference between us and everybody else is basically we don't just say, hey, you have a 560, 550, can't get done. We take a look at the credit, see, hey, this is what you need to do to get your scores up, and we work it that way. Now, that is not credit repair. We do not do credit repair whatsoever. But little bits and pieces of, you know what, your credit, you have a credit card that's maxed out, bring it down. Guarantee that the scores will go up.
Yeah, and then once you get them, that advice, I've seen a lot of people, man, come back to us and be like, hey, you guys showed me exactly the roadmap, what I needed to do to qualify. I'm ready to buy now, right? And then 6 months later, 3 months later, boom, we get the deal done. If they do get approved, then it turns back to us, find the house, find the perfect dream home, negotiate the price, get them under contract, send it back to you so that you can process the thing. And then boom, usually within 21 days to 45 days, you close the deal. They get the keys. Everybody's happy, right?
Regular days, non-coronavirus, 25 days. With coronavirus, you're looking at about 45. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And it's the truth. All right. Cool, man. You've been answering these questions amazingly. Thank you, man. Let me see here. Actually, question number 5 was, what do you need to qualify? But you've already answered that. Any special program under 580 that you have? Because I know a lot of people are like, I don't really have a 580 credit score, anything like that.
Yes, actually there is. If a lot of times you have customers that do have a low 580. They have a 550, 560 mid score, and unfortunately, they know they have bad credit. You know what I mean? And that's the classification. They have under par credit or bad credit or whatever it is. However, cash is king. If they have 10% down in the bank that's verifiable, we're able to do the loan. So we are able to go down to a 500 with 10% down.
And that's the amazing thing, man. I can tell you guys, all the people watching, there's a lot of companies out there that do not offer such program. They don't offer programs with 500 credit scores. They wouldn't even dare go there. You know what I mean?
No.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just think about it this way. If we're able to close your loan at a 550 with 10% down, imagine what we can do with a 690 or 700 with 5% down. I mean,
absolutely.
So
absolutely. All right. Right now we're at a point we're almost done with the 7 questions. What would you like to ask or say to the viewers watching this so that they can interact, ask questions, whatever it is? This is your time to ask anything you want.
Well, I think right now the first and foremost most important thing is the stereotypes that are out there in the industry. Okay. And what the reality of it is. And I think everybody needs to actually slow down, take in consideration what's going on around us. Because it's not just us. It's not just you, Rick. It's everybody in the industry. Number one, as you all already know, we were in a seller's market. Yeah. It's not. It's changing very quickly. It's going to become a buyer's market in the next, say, 2 to 3 weeks. If it's not already transitioning into it right now.
Yeah, man. And that's what I tell people. Like, look, we really haven't felt the effects of everything that's been happening yet. It's coming. I'm thinking, by summertime, a little bit past summertime, we're going to start seeing all the effects and the ripple effects of everything that's happened. Right now, we're still in the shock stage, I believe, or maybe getting out of the shock stage. But I think it's coming, man. And I think.
And what does that mean? And what does that mean? I think everybody's been seeing it. Appraisals are coming in lower. They're not making value. Don't be afraid to embrace the changes because they ain't going anywhere. It's going to happen. We just have to embrace the changes and keep on going.
Yeah, we just have to look up. We've been through this before. I've been through this before.
Yeah.
And that's why I say get somebody that has experience, that know what they're doing, that have, that have sold more than a couple of homes that actually know how to get it done, right? And they have
Right.
the good network, the good people. Absolutely.
Right. And you know, and unfortunately, not everybody's going to make it. You know what I mean? And that's the sad thing about it. But what you need to do is keep on doing what keep on doing what you're supposed to do, making your calls, following up with your customers, and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And most importantly, like I was saying before, is the transparency of it. You got to be transparent with exactly what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, ask. Don't assume or don't pretend you know, because at the end of the ballgame, it's going to bite you in the butt.
I tell people, be in charge. Ask me whatever you want. Call me. I'm here for you. How I feed my family is, talking to you. So I'm available 24/7. Any of our agents, big Realty agents, are available all the time. All right.
The other thing that a lot of people need to understand is that you got to take the human factor when it comes to what we're going through. You know what I mean? Like perfect example. I was talking to a referral source, and I say, hey, well, your process is a little bit slower. I go, yeah, it is. I mean, but you have to take into consideration, you got mom at home. You know what I mean? She's trying to process the loans and everything else. Baby comes in, has to feed the baby. You know what I mean? It's not a true 9-to-5 type of job anymore. It's I guess a bringing the family together with work, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It really is. So you got to take that in consideration. And honestly, I mean, don't be a jerk. Understand it, Yeah. Understand what's going on. And I'm talking on behalf of not only my company, but the rest of the rest of my colleagues. Hey, man, everybody's depending on third parties that sometimes we have no control over. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying not to set realistic expectations, because you need to do that, or don't overpromise something. Just be upfront and take it from there. But I think as a whole, as long as we embrace the changes that are going on with the economy, as long as we embrace we embrace all the different, like you said, guidelines and all that stuff, I think we're going to be okay. Like I said before, it's not like 2007 and 2008 where people weren't getting funded, period. Yeah. I mean, at least we're saying, hey, we can't do the deal in the middle of the transaction. You know what I mean? And I can speak on behalf of everybody else. But yeah, are there going to be changes? Yeah, there's going to be changes. Just embrace them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're almost getting to the last question, which is a cool question. I guess it's a question that gives you an opportunity to plug yourself in. But before we get there, we're gonna, big old shout out to Inspiration Heights. And we have a question here from a Facebook user. Can you put it up, please? Tell us about verifying employment and possible closing delays. What could we see going forward?
That is the reality of things. Let me tell you. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a perfect example. And you might be able to help me out here with Rick, because my language is a little bit limited, unlike yours, because you're very educated versus me. But what is that called? It's not. What's that part where they're saying, well, I'm working, but I'm at a standstill. I'm furlough. Okay. Furlough basically means we haven't fired you yet, but we're not paying you. Well, yeah, there's a problem. You know what I mean? There's a problem, because right now, the way the mortgage companies and the banks, everybody is talking about verifying employment, you have to verify that you're currently working, and you have to verify that you're receiving a check.
Yeah.
If you're not going to close a loan. Yeah. So in the middle of what scares us right now, and this is a red flag for everybody right now, is your oil field people.
Yeah.
If you do not think that, and this is very unfortunate, and it's very sad, and this is the part that I take it to heart so much, is that our South Texas economy and all of Texas basically depends on that oil industry.
On that oil dollar, absolutely.
On that oil dollar, I think yesterday the barrel was negative $35. Now it's at a positive $4. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge deal. So if you have any,
I was going to go to the gas station. I was going to go to the gas station and say, hey, pay me to put gas in my car, please.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And a lot of people think, oh, well, it's awesome because gas is going down to $1. No, it's not. That's not good. It's bad. It really is.
Absolutely.
You're not letting people work. But yeah, going back to the question, if we can't verify that employment, we can't do it. Teachers, right now, of course,
you can't do it. You can't do it right now. But
we can't do it right now.
But if we just wait 30 days for the new pay period to come in, if we can get the extension to happen, and you verify 30 days later, and there is a pay stub, boom, we're back in business, right?
Oh yeah, you're good to go. But as of right now, like for example, we just had one where the lady was a manager at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, at the mall. Well, she's not working right now. She's furloughed. They didn't fire her, but she's not basically working right now. We have to put a stop to that loan, unfortunately, because we can't verify her.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Temporarily,
yeah. So, but once she starts working again, she has that first pay stub, we'll be able to close the transaction.
Cool. We have one more question that I'm going to ask before we go into the final question with Mr. Anthony Longoria. You can put it up. How are rates today versus the way they were 5 years ago?
Rates are 10 times better than they were 5 years ago. I'll tell you that right now. Everything's going to be credit based in regards to the rates. Are the rates going to stay low? They're going to stay low. They have to stay low. Yeah. You're gonna see and I'm not sure if people are realizing or understanding it, but we're already in the beginning of a recession. So the rates have to stay low in order to basically balance out what the rest of the economy is doing. Yes, sir.
You want to know a little fun fact? My first mortgage that I took out a couple of years ago, actually a long time ago, I was 19 years old. It was 7.5, and I was extremely happy because I didn't get. It was a low interest rate at that time.
So, my first house was a KB home in San Antonio.
Yeah.
At 7.25%, and I was happy.
Yeah, I was extremely happy, and I tell people, "Oh my God, I don't want to go over 4%." I'm like, "Come on, man! It's an amazing deal. Right now is the time to buy."
What the problem is that all of us, todos somos chiflados. Everybody thinks that 3% and 4% on long-term debt is normal. It's not.
You're chiflado, not me.
You're chiflado. And I want 2. You ain't gonna get it. Very simple.
Yeah, we have somebody that put, I have a question. I can't read your question if I don't know your question. I can't bring you into things anyway. So ask your question here so that I can ask the questions. All right. Last and final question that I have for you before we jump into our super fast fire rapid questions is why Gold Financial and why Mr. William Esquivel?
Why Gold Financial? It's very simple. We've been in the business for over 20 years. We're not going anywhere. We have the stability. We have the stability of it, and we have basically the power in order to get your transaction done at any type of credit profile at all. Why William Esquivel? Because I got a damn good team behind me. Very simple. It's not about William Esquivel. It's about Gold Financial Services and the team that I have. And I'm not talking about my personal team with myself and Chris. So I'm talking about the whole group. I got a group of people. I have a group of people that are amazing and actually care about what they do, and they care about their clients. Either some people will some people either love us or hate us, and I get that, and I understand that, and I own up to that. But the reason why is because we're very fair. Yeah. We're very fair in regards to what we do. But you will not meet a group of people that I have that won't bust their butt for you. Period.
Yeah,
the diversity we have and that office offsets everybody. And we're real. We're real.
How many locations do you have?
Right now we have 3 locations in the Valley. We have our Buddy Owens office, which is managed by Kenneth Hammonds. We got the Edinburgh office, which is managed by myself. And we got the Westico office that's managed by Johnny Esquivel.
Cool. All right. You ready for these fun questions or no?
And I don't know what you're going to tell me, but dale gas. Corre se va.
What you can't even think about it. You just got to book. As soon as what comes to your mind, just say it. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. You have to ask him. I'm going to ask him quick. And you have to answer quick. Ready?
All right.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
One superpower?
Yeah.
Looking through people, or you know what I'm talking about.
Pass the Coke or Cheetos, bro. Pass the Coke. Mexican Coke or American Coca-Cola?
Mexican Coke.
Yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Favorite sports team?
New Orleans Saints.
What?
New Orleans Saints.
Oh, wow. I don't think we can be friends after this. I'm just
Davenport, baby. Davenport, right here. Oh, this one right here.
All right. What's your favorite body part?
My head. Look how big it is.
If you weren't a mortgage lender, what would you be?
A lawyer.
Your favorite TV series?
My favorite TV series?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Say it, man.
Oh, man. Naked and Afraid.
Oh, I've never seen it. Favorite artist?
Prince.
Prince. I thought it was going to be Mariah Carey. I would have sworn I would have.
Okay, first off, Mariah Carey's at a different level, but everything started with Prince.
Cool. Stuck or brick?
Brick.
Favorite tacos?
Favorite tacos?
Yeah.
Taco Palenque. Piratas.
Ooh. Who's your favorite realtor? You can say it, bro. You better be me.
I got various favorite realtors.
All right, badass. All right, man. Well, that's pretty much all I have planned out for today. Before you leave, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of this exercise, part of this show, part of this thing. You know, I'm going to make it a thing to where I interview people on a, weekly basis, daily basis as they come. And if you know anybody, guys, that wants to be part of this, that wants to 7 questions with Big Realty, that wants to be a part of this, please have them reach out to me. We're really excited about, making this work and just bringing value to the community, to our viewers, to everybody. But Will, I just want to say, man, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man.
You've been a great team player, big great player, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be a part of this, my man.
No problem, man. Anytime, whatever you all need.
Take care, guys. I'm going to stay on real quick after Mr. William Esquivel leaves. Once again, guys, thank you for watching the show. Thank you for watching this. We're going to be putting it back up, shortly after we edit a couple of things, make it look even better than we already did today. And I just want to say thank you for watching. If you know anybody who would definitely benefit from being a part of the show, or any value that we can bring to our community, or anything that we can do to educate, our next up is a builder that is very well known here in the Valley. Builds a lot of homes, and I'm excited about it. So, guys, stay tuned. Keep watching this show. Keep watching this channel. And I appreciate everything you guys are doing. We have a lot of people. Big shout out to Derek Benavides, Lisa Iris, Mr. Gregory Vasquez, Mr. Samia, Derek. Let me see here. We got a couple of more people. Mr. Jonathan, happy for you, buddy. I'm glad that you did that surgery and you're going to lose weight. Mr. Robert Perez, and just everybody for watching, guys. Thank you. Like it, follow, subscribe. Put any more comments, any more questions. I really enjoyed this, and I know there's going to be a lot more stuff coming. Thank you guys for everything, and I appreciate everything. Bye-bye.